I spoke with Richard Vedder, who has worked with President Spellings back when she was the U.S. Secretary of Education under the George W. Bush administration. And he said that essentially what's happened is kind of an arms race of salary and pay between universities, leading universities across the nation. And what this has led to is an inflation of salaries over the actual market value based on the inflation of the dollar. So what we're seeing, he referenced the University of Michigan's president back in, I think, the 1990s was making about $150,000. And today that's inflated to within $50,000 of this 700 plus thousand that President Spellings makes. And so we see this giant gap and this growing sort of inflation in the pay that, well, to quote him, we're paying chancellors and presidents possibly more than is necessary to actually keep them on the job. That was his point of view.
And one of the things that is different between a university or a university system and the private sector is, I mean, you're not being driven by profit and loss. It's probably harder to tell just how much you need to keep these folks.
Exactly. And his other point was, of course, these universities, UNC is an organization that he says is tax exempt. You know, you have what he called an erosion of the public trust as happening more and more and more. You know, people hear about financial troubles, enrollment issues, difficulty retaining students and ensuring that quality of education and low tuition. And then they hear about these chancellors and presidents who are making $500,000 or even closer to $1 million a year, plus all of those perks that kind of pad those employment contracts with travel funds and other payouts.